So I'll just be sort of editing and explaining this white paper draft based on the feedback I just received. The first thing I must do is ideate a new name, probably, because these are two very different industries for me to ideate in relation to. So I suppose, given what I'm thinking about proposing, maybe like, since this is like a AI integrated biometallurgical project, something like that, and I go from there, but it's quite long. I do think this describes one of the problems quite well that I'm trying to solve. It still doesn't necessarily explain why they would turn to me to solve the problem. Suppose maybe I should include that in this sentence. Why particularly they would come to me, as opposed to simply paying for the waste disposal how they already do. This has so much potential to be applied in so many different industries, which is why the name had previously referenced two different industries in the first place. This and something else that it kind of reminded me of that I could think about designing. This has so much potential for so many different engineering design problems or applications in them, in their industries, relevant industries. I think that this is very strong in relation to this, but I don't know if I very clearly state how I'm solving the problem, such that they would actually come to me as opposed to someone else. At least I don't know if it's very clear for someone with no familiarity. Arachne. Metal. Bioprocess. It's a little less long. I think there's actually a typo here or something. This mining waste rich with calcium rocks. Preceded by an intelligent classification system. Whose evaluation and response? I want to I think that because essentially something like this is the answer to the fact that material composition in this waste varies. So I think it actually is important to mention here, in the opening sentence. Okay, suppose the first sentence doesn't directly have to state the problem. I just need to explain what is the product and what are the components. I think that is clearer than what I had previously. It's not even the same concept. Is it the same? The previous concept was not quite as well defined as what I currently have. This architecture or closed loop communication system of multiple architectures. But my product is, in this instance, the test block composite. Research grade test block composite. That's my prototypical example this time. I don't like there are many things spawning out of this that I see as being viable, like this materials classification, even materials composition prediction as well. Like I see many things spawning out of this that are viable products that probably I can't fund right now, even that are completely beyond my scope at this time as a freshman student. I am body, you're in my school, you are not there. Mechanical, crystalline, organic. For mining lab use, or however else they use test block composites. With capabilities for programmable It's a very long sentence, like this was. Arachne metal bioprocess is a proposed multi-intelligence mechanochemical architecture. Circular communications that would take hazardous mining research concentrate their materials into revolutionarily intelligent waste classification and processing streams designated respectively for intelligent material, metallic material. From these, one AI software, problem statement. I think I did an okay job with that. There was nothing explicitly stated. There's nothing explicitly stating at first that I needed to have these bullet points present, but the professor who I shared this with told me to list all of these as bullet points. Okay, so I guess the only concern I might have here is the scale of the 1-year R&D project. Because I think I can create the test block composite prototype, but the whole point is like the waste valorization system. And can I get that to scale in 1 year? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm only gonna be awarded like $300,000. Like, at best. I don't know. I did create this timeline though. But, I suppose. I mean, I'll have to see what they say with respect to that. Suppose I still agree with this timeline. Suppose I still agree with the objectives and methodology. Perhaps I should list the objectives differently though, because, like, she gave this example and haven't really delved into the economics. Okay, so what are the economics like? Okay, but I don't know, the professor told me to present my objectives like this. I mean, I don't know. He said to list them as bullet points, but I don't know if he wanted them to be listed like numerically like this. I suppose again, like they'll just continue to communicate. Okay, the economics. That's what I was thinking about, the economics. I don't know what the economics are. It's pretty important. Economics is really boring. It's really boring science. Okay. Proving the materials, but what the cost or efficiency would be in dollars. It doesn't quantify an economic value. Please. Right. If I try to think about ways this could be more economical than whatever alternatives there might be. First of all, I think that the angle here is probably with extreme use cases, and by that I mean like emergencies, custom needs, and as I'm in Alaska, needs of the Arctic. Electrical and mechanical failure in sub-freezing temperatures. Immediate replacement needs, I suppose that falls under emergencies. I think that my angle here for coming up with a plan that's economical probably be will probably be wisest if I focus on that. And I suppose there is kind of this, or in like, I think that this could really be translated anywhere. And I could take this one step further. AI could predict composition. In fact, I think it already is predicting composition. In a biomedical context, at the very least. Right? Because, yeah, I think I'm thinking of research centered on prediction of cancer. If it can do that, it can certainly predict something like uranium composition. Or potential for biomaterials, the composition that can be exploited for biomaterials engineering. Right. Okay, so I need to think about the specific numbers here. I think I know what the play is.